I don't know if I can keep doing this, actually. I've done a bit of a dash on it for the last 5 weeks with this. But unfortunately, while we were listening to him, he was so boring. I went away and did something I've been dreading for a wee while, and that was do my accounts. And I'm just going backwards. I can't even get forward. I've stopped my life insurances. I've stopped the my retirement payments. I can do that for 12 months here in New Zealand. And I'm just not making enough money to merit doing this. And I'm at the stage where I actually nearly own my car. And I'm thinking I should sell my car. And even if I sell my car, which is nearly 4 years old, it'll be the first car I've actually paid off and owned. I used to lease cars. I used to lease $90,000 cars. I used to pay, I think it was $1,400 a month just to finance lease cars. I used to be quite well off. And at the moment, things are just so bad that no money is really coming in. Even these glasses cost me $265 to get replaced when that young kid punched me the other day. Oh, hey, doggy. Is he being fed? Yeah, cool. Love you. Are you going?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
What are you doing, Pix?
Pix, do you want to come here? No, she doesn't want to sit on Dad's knee. Pixel's coming to say good day. But yeah, it's pretty grim times. And I no doubt there's a lot of other people that are grim as well. But I don't know. I have to do something drastic because I can't. I just paid my GST, which left me like $800 in the bank.
So it's time
and
for
this time of the
DDH,
month
boy.
is when I pay all my bills. So
I see you love DDH.
But anyway,
I see.
yeah, I don't know. I just I've had enough. I think I need to focus on other things. Maybe I
Yeah,
need to go
like your
get
ICO.
don't know what to do. I've never been there. I'm even looking at my drop shipping businesses. I'm trying to sell for them at the moment just to get some cash flow in, and no one's buying. My mate that's got a shop, the sales have just dropped considerably. And all I really want is to create awareness around Ponzi schemes and scams, and I think I'm quite good at it. I don't get the traffic that I hope to my
You gotta reach
YouTube
out to
videos,
sponsors.
and I can't keep flogging my mates in here. So it's sort of a bit of a conundrum, really. I don't know anybody who has stuck their neck out and tried exposing these scammers as much as me. I've actually, literally, I'll tell you, like the IRS come to me and they said to me that they would, work with me. They took my photos. We got in a Zoom meeting with the top hyperverse investigator. I've been providing information about Bitcoin Rodney because when he goes to court and trialed, video evidence they didn't have. They said, "Oh, thanks for showing us the video. If we use it, we'll put you on, give you some money for it." I go, "Oh, cool." And now they just ghost me. And every time I give people information, obviously I've been working with Sarah Martin, which is the Guardian newspaper, providing her a lot of information. I was on the phone maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I've been in the local newspapers here, the Press, I've been at Otago Times, the Star. I haven't been on Netflix yet. That's sort of where I'm hoping it to go. But a lot of people ring up and they want a story, and they ring up and they go, "God, I'd love to have a story about what you're doing." And then you start talking like Bloomberg. So I've got a reporter from Bloomberg. Spilt my guts to her the other day and told her all the things, and she's writing a 5,000 story on it. I wrote to her the other day. Are you still doing a story about Sam Lee? And she goes, "Yep." Good, okay. So you just sort of hope that something will happen, but the all honest truth of it, guys, is nothing's going to happen. If you are stupid enough, and I don't mean this to horrible to people who, literally, if you are silly enough to put money into these platforms and expect that you can get your money back, you've just got to wake up, because there's no such thing. I mean, you go into a website. So this is my browser, and I'm typing in app-boomerang.trade. Now, straight away, I look at that and I think, didn't they have another domain name the other day? They did. They had boomerang.trade. What a perfect domain name. Why did they change that domain name? Well, anyone with half a brain would know the answer to that question. Do you guys, I know my followers do, but do you guys know why they changed that domain? Or is no one What are you doing? Audio karate.
Sponsors.
Does anyone know why somebody would change a domain name? Would you go and start a business up on a website address and a domain name, and then change the domain name, and then launch a new website on a new domain name? Oh, look, mate, no one's the first look in the chat room there, and you're saying contact people about becoming a sponsor. You know the first thing they'll do? How many viewers do you have? Oh, I have 7,000. Do you know how big a 7,000 viewer channel is going to get sponsorship? No one is going to sponsor me when I only have 7,000 subscribers. How do I get lots of subscribers? Well, I always say to people, share my content and like and subscribe. But even if you look at Rob's journey at the moment, he had like 380 people in his chat room the other day, and his videos all of a sudden now get 800 or 1,000 people looking at them on a 24-hour basis, which is fantastic. And that's what happened to me when I first started. I was busting Hyperverse and Hyperfund, and as soon as these platforms fall over, we get a rush of people asking us to help them get their money back. And they'll say things like, oh, I didn't think you guys were real. I thought you were just a bunch of hackers because they told us that you were a bunch of hackers, and we believed them. We believed that we believed that you guys were hackers and we just had nothing better to do at that time. But now we want your help to get our money back. You fuck off, you bastards. Sorry, I didn't mean that like that. Well, I do. It's sort of like, it's like you don't want to listen to us. You don't want to even look at the bloody evidence right in front of us. I mean, a website address, boomerang.trade, got replaced by a app-boomerang.trade domain name. Why would they do that? I don't really know why they do it, but I can make some assumptions. They might have got some warnings, like they did with We Are All Satoshi. Now, I mean, are you guys? I mean, I'm doing this for the people that are listening. So here's the state of California has filed a cease and desist letter about We Are All Satoshi and all their social media. Okay. Now, this might be the reason why Grace can't actually stream onto the YouTube channel. Maybe YouTube said, oh, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to do live streaming on your YouTube channel. But for some reason, they decided to leave the YouTube channel alive, maybe for evidence. Who knows? But they can still upload videos, so I don't know. But I'm just making some assumptions here. But if you think that We Are All Satoshi and you're a member and you're waiting for them to open the bridge and pay you out, then look at the evidence that we have in front of you. This is a cease and desist order from the state of California saying that Sam Lee and all their social medias is you should not do any promotion. So if you live in the state of California and you're still promoting We Are All Satoshi, you could get yourself in trouble because here's an order telling you not to promote it. Isn't that enough evidence for you? And then if you go to WOZ and you go to their website, it's an affiliate marketing platform. And you can see photos of all these people. Go contact these people. Go contact these people in these photos and ask them why they're still not in We Are All Satoshi. What about the Vault Horizon? What about Casher Bank? Shavis said that he's taken all the money from one vault and put it into another one on the same day that Sam Lee walked out the door. If Sam Lee had any control of the money, I'm assuming that Sam Lee has stole the money. Where's Sam Lee? He's the guy that started We Are All Satoshi. Then you've got Shavis coming in here claiming he's got access to $4.2 million, which should have actually been $114 million in the Vault Horizon, because they claimed that they had $260 million in their marketing budget. And I talked to Shavis directly in a Zoom meeting and asked him where that budget come from. He said, oh, you do not understand how the platform works. And I said, well, I do. 68% of the money that comes into the platform goes into the advertising or marketing. And everyone that refers Tom, Dick, and Harry into the platform gets paid a commission, and those commissions come into that advertising budget. And the the rest of the money, 30% of the money goes into the Vault Horizon, and then they put that money into a vault, and they wait 500 days for Bitcoin either to become worth $100 a Bitcoin or 500 days, and then that money is shared back to the community. And that's your insurance policy. Well, your insurance policy got transferred from one vault to another, And then that all of a sudden disappeared for a month. And I kept asking him, where's the money gone from the second Vault Horizon? And then and then he comes out with Tammy and makes an announcement that they decided the board meeting, they was going to have 9 board members.
I can't help with that. You can learn more.
You can go off there. But anyway, so that's funny. So then they put all the money into Cash Bank. Then they promise you that they're going to show you the certificate from the bank. And that's what they're going to do. What else have we got? So what I'm saying, guys, I mean, what do we need to do to help people stop investing in these platforms? End of May, multi-network. So at the end of May, this is going to be a multi-network opportunity. Shavis, Deputy Sam. Okay, so then what about how Shavis claims he was God at the start? And he had his own company and he worked for Marble Studios and developed AI that everybody in the world uses. I mean, come on, do we really believe that? I mean, come on, why doesn't this guy tell you his last name? I mean, come on, work that out. He wouldn't tell you his last name. In fact, he offered me $10,000 if I found out his last name. Well, even that alone, his last name is Amwar because we saw him promoting Hyper One. And that he never ever paid me $10,000, but I wouldn't want that type of money because it's blood money, isn't it? So it just goes on and on and on. What else? So he's got no address, he's got no last name, and people still. What the hell's happening? Apple support. Get out of
Something went wrong.
Yeah, I know you're getting wrong. Siri's trying to join in our conversation, and I don't even like Siri. So he stopped withdrawals without warning just before Christmas, and he said he watched the advertising budget was exhausted. He sat there and watched that happen. He elected himself as successor of Sam Lee. So there's no vote that Shavis would come in and take over for Sam Lee. He just took over the position, claiming that he can fix the disaster they're in. He elected a board of trustees with no transparency when he's claiming he's going to be transparent. Promised proof of reserve audit, and we've never received that. Moved proof of reserve to Cash Bank with no explanation. Promised bank deposit. They failed to deliver that. He also said that people would get paid 3% dividend payable in any crypto. But now it only pays in BTCC, which I don't believe you can get your money out of. Is that right? I don't think you can. Bridge went down, promised to fix, but no action is taken. Obviously, promised to do an audit of the bridge, but no evidence has been provided. Evidence of Shavis being the CEO. If you want proof that Shavis is the CEO of We Are All Satoshi, it requires people signing an NDA to see this. Well, I'll sign the NDA. Well, NDA saying I won't reveal who you are. What the heck? Promise BTCC to make everyone rich, but never mention the B fuel to harvest these coins. So you can plug in, you can set up all these coins, and you can start mining free of charge. And then all of a sudden, he introduced this B fuel thing that you need to pay into to harvest the coins. And he promised everyone that he even told people they were stupid if they didn't do this. Hey, thank you, Marcus. You'll appreciate the kind thoughts. If you want to help me out, you can. There's some links in here. You can buy me a cup of coffee. I'd love a cup of coffee. We haven't got no coffee in the house at the moment. It's pretty grim times. Right, miners cost $50. You can sell them on the NFT market, but you're only going to be lucky to get $9 for them. So you get given these $50 miners. It's just ridiculous. What else have we got? The Boomerang was a Christmas present, not free, as he claimed. You have to pay for it to buy a license, and it's still not going since Christmas. We Are All Satoshi alleged to pay kickbacks and check match bonus, but no transparent and no Boomerang profits. Unclear if Shavis or Pavel benefit from Boomerang profits. Pavel, allegedly involved, never communicates with the community. Launched on the 1st of March. That was when they had the big thing in Dubai. was watching 240,000. $240,000. Sorry, $250,000 was being invested in these stupid licenses a day. We were watching on the blockchain. Codes generate the market operations. Trades show losses on the blockchain. So every trade that we see shows losses on the blockchain, and still people invest. So they claim they sold 35,000 licenses in February. They now claim they averaged selling 5,000 per day licenses. This is what they said, not what we said. He's flying people to Dubai in mid-April. That never happened. If they sell 50K's worth of volume, which means this is just an affiliate system. So if you sell your downline behind you, sell $50,000 worth of volume, he'll fly you to Dubai in mid-April. That never happened. So we've got lots of other false claims there. But some of the things that really sort of make me wonder is just some simple logic, ladies and gentlemen. If you come here, this is the wallet of trash shit. Okay, now trash shit, theoretically, you think 27 days ago was the last time trash shit actually did a successful trade. Now, Shavis said in the weekend that he's been testing the system for the last 48 hours, and he managed to get a profit margin of 4%. Can you believe that? That is just absolutely wicked. Error domain. There's an issue with the domain name. Settings. Oh no. Got an issue with one of my domain names. But this is a typical trade. So this is Trashit's last trade that he did 27 days ago. Now you're telling me a guy that's just done the presentation doesn't love the system he's promoting? 27 days ago, he did his last trade on the platform. He did $120 worth of Rapmatic. And if you look at the fourth line here, you can see, and look at the third line, this trade actually lost about 50 cents. It lost 50 cents, but miraculously, it paid him out $1.06. How does that work? You make a loss, none of these trades are actually profitable. Not one of these trades have ever been profitable. So then what we did is we found the wallet address of this trade, didn't we? And we went to DBank, and we looked at the wallet that was actually paying the money into people's MetaMask wallet. And this is it here. And you can see it's got $1,000. This has had at the most $1,500 in it. And they keep topping up these the portfolio as you see them. So this is the portfolio. And you can see some of my money in here. Well, Susie's and George's money. But sorry, I didn't click that through. So in here, what we're looking at is $1,100 in here. We've got $2.24 from USD. I put that in there myself. Now, I did that 3 times, and as soon as I put that money on the table, people were able to do trades. As soon as Shavis saw that people were able to do trades just because I topped up their wallet address, he took the website down. Yes. This is $2 of mine that I transferred from Binance in here, and that's why there's no money in there. But this one here, so you go through that and you think, well, that's interesting. But look at all the other figures. So as soon as they top up these figures, the system works because they're using their own money to pay back the funds that so you put $10,000 in, they were giving you $50,000 worth of flash loan money. You would go along and have a play. They were using your $10,000 to pay you back the potential $600 odd that you could get back from your $10,000. People who invested in a $500 license would get $1,500 flash loan money, and the most I ever saw anyone ever get back from that was $12.36. So when it all screeched to a halt, everyone went, oh my God, what's happening? And Shavis goes, oh, we've got it in maintenance mode. No, he hasn't. He's stopped paying the money in here. The scam is up. You have been scammed. We don't need to do any more of these videos. In fact, I think I'm going to take the week off. I'm not doing any more videos. This will be my last video for a week. I just can't keep doing this. I've got to figure out a way to get some money into the house. Helen's going to Australia on Thursday, and she's got a job working overseas for I think 11 or 12 days doing a photography shoot, and that's going to be her money. I need to come up with some money and some ways to come in here. But this is a wallet that we manipulated. We put money into it, and we showed that if we put money into this wallet, the system fires up again. So you're all being played. And if you need me to sit here and tell you guys, is she hunting Carl Miller? Yeah, she is, man. I got a private message in the chat. But if you come down here, you can see that there's no action here, and you can actually see that they received $2.03 from me, and then there was the other trade. But if you go back to the day before, if we let that load, so you can see that somebody managed to do a trade and got 20 cents out. Somebody managed to do a trade and got 30 cents out. We come down here a bit more, we load more. So these trades are only possible because Danny the Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, fueled up their wallet addresses. As soon as I fueled up their wallet addresses, you can see there was a 6 cents trade, there was a 35 cents trade, and a $29 trade. And down here, I'll show you in a minute. That's what I did. I topped it up with $1. That's my wallet address. And somebody was straight away being able to, oh no, that's a contract address. Is that a trade? Received. So now I just need to go back to one of these. I think that is actually, yeah, that's, so if I click on that, it will take you to the person that managed to do a successful trade with my money. And we told them to do post tether, anything with post tether and Bratmatic. They use Bratmatic, but anything with post tether, it would enable it to top up the wallet address. So I don't know what I need to do, guys. This person paid $26 worth of tether with Flashloan money. They borrowed the flash money, they purchased the money, they made a loss of 17 cents. The gas fees didn't quite add up to a cent, but we've got 17 cents. And then we come back here and you see that 3 cents was paid out to the person. So that's 20 cents worth of losses on that transaction. Where did that money come from? Did it come from arbitrage trading? No, it didn't. You know where it come from? It come from this wallet address, which topped up their MetaMask account with 20 cents. Well, no, it didn't. What it did is it paid for 20 cents to make all this mathematical equation to go through. And then the person received 3 cents. But this was not the last two transactions, which you see here. I'll get rid of that highlight thing on the computer. Is actually from a different transaction. It's come from the Boomerang Fund Controller V3. Nothing to do with the trading. This is just a random amount of money down here that they've decided they've mathematically calculated for people to get the money. I mean, come on, guys. What do you need? Do you need to sit here and watch announcements from Shavis to say that this is going to work? I mean, we've had some lengthy debates with even a 50% Avenger, who was Flatpacker, who was claiming that there is a possibility that Shavis could pull this off, and there's also a possibility that the aliens exist and they're coming to get you. Hoo. So I just think it's a bit of a shame, really. So that's me. I think that's me. Yeah, I've sort of done my dash, I think, guys. I'm not in a good frame of mind today, and I've had enough. So I think it's just too time consuming. I can't keep getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would do it if it was working. I want to make this my full-time job, but I've had a good dash at it. I just don't think I can do it anymore. Yeah, but I just don't, like the Avengers are amazing. What we've accomplished, the disruption that we've caused, the amount of money that we must have saved people from investing. I mean, I've got 200 emails in my inbox and I'll go through them today. And I know that I'll have emails from people asking me if it's, if it's feasible. I'm going to show you something actually. I'm just going to share this screen here. Remove, I think it's going to be a screen. This is my email system for, Telegram group. This is my email program for, handling my email systems and all that. So I've got a lady, and I don't care if you see her name, but this is a typical inquiry I get. I just don't know how to make this full size, but I'll read this to you with my digital voice because I find this quite amazing. If you're going to read it.
I have been checking out Google tonight for anything.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, Danny. Thanks for your prompt reply. I have been checking out Google tonight for anything on WeWe, the blockchain era and error as they now called. Reading some of the up-to-date stuff is good as I have suspected for a while there at it. They keep saying they are updating the site. I have been unable to withdraw since August last year. In the world we live in today, it seems odd it takes a company so long to update a site. Does it add up really? Something in my gut is telling me not to waste any more time or give them any kike. I have received 2 emails about kike prompting me to have one last go. However, I think I will just delete everything. I was also in Hyperverse and found you on the internet after they went down in May 2022. Your work is amazing at busting Ponzi schemes.
You know, I feel like crying when I get emails like that. But I didn't realize, but that lady's just replied to me. So this is what she originally wrote to me, and she's probably watching me now.
Thanks. The leaders above me have a Telegram channel, and all that happens is more and more recruiting. I never see any posts as to people taking money out of the system. It seems to me monies all have to be changed into tokens, and no money seems to be withdrawn.
I'm just going to send her a link and see if she's watching. Because it's going to say, I am live now. Have a listen. Right. So my point is, I get people asking me, and this is what I get most of the time. So this is the first one.
Hi Danny, I follow you on your Telegram group. I invested in WeWe, the blockchain era and now's era. I have received an email that is wanting me to do kike. I don't want to give them my passport number. It now seems it's got to a point that monies can't be taken out of the system and only exchanged for tokens.
So this is a Ponzi scheme. They actually come to Christchurch, and Kalpesh Patel actually runs it. And sorry, if you're watching this, Debs, and you see your name on there, but I'm sure you'll be okay. But what I'm getting at is, you know, people ask me for advice quite often, and I spend a lot of my time answering these people. And, you know, like they're actually investing money, and they've put investment money in these platforms. You know, so now I'm trying to think, well, what do I do? I said, or what I write back, and I go, hi, Debs, I wouldn't give them any of your personal details. It's a scam. Look at their history. And then I've just been blunt. I've just said, you need to wake up. Now, some people might take that as an insult. And then I say, feel free to join me for a 20-minute Zoom call. And I can also, I'm known as the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'm more than happy to share my experience, knowledge, and skills to help you avoid Ponzi schemes and scams. Book an express chat. And then people go, oh my God, you know, Danny's asking people to click on a link, book an express chat, and he's going to charge $100 for doing so. And I go, well, I sit here all day long. I mean, last week, I can tell you that Susie donated $20 to me. Richard donated me $40, I think, and $5. And I also think I received, that's it. That's the only money. Now, you might think a YouTuber makes a lot of money out of this, but I don't. But I'm entrepreneurial. So I'm thinking, well, you're using my time and using my advice, you know, and then they thank me for the prompt reply and write me another email. Now, when I'm dyslexic, I have to sit here and you know, listen to it.
Thanks for your prompt reply. I have been checking out Google tonight for anything on WeWe, the blockchain era and era as they now called. Reading some of the up-to-date stuff is good as I have suspected for a while there at it. They keep saying they are updating the site. I have been unable to withdraw since August last year. In the world we live in today, it seems odd it takes a company so long to update a site. Does it add up really?
Yeah, no, it doesn't add up. So here's another site, guys. This is Boomerang, and this is associated with We Are All Satoshi. And this is started from Sam Lee. Sam Lee has been charged in his connection with Hyperverse and all the like. So if I went to Hyperverse, now we all know that stable.limited is Sam's website address. Well, just like you saw the xyz.app-boomerang.trade address as a subdomain, this is a subdomain of stable.limited, which is Sam Lee's. And this is a complete copy of Hyperverse's website. This is Sam saying that he's not trying to copy them. And you can even register for the project if you wanted, because he was trying to get the VIP people back. You know, so now we go to XYZ and we go to the demo site and we get this message. Do you know that this message that you see here can be set up as a URL direct? Now, look at the address here, okay? Now, all you need to do is I just need to do this. I just need to go there and I put DHEC and I just need to put .com, right? And I don't need anything else, I think. Now watch this. All right, so now it's telling you, oh, we don't need that bit at the start. Hold it. We're going to change that to, we might as well make it look as pretty as we can. Oh, I think I can basically put anything I like in there. So I can literally just go to hit. I wonder if that's going to work. No, it didn't work. Hold it. 1 minute, please, caller. Refresh. Yeah, so basically you can change the name to anything you want. I'm just going to do this properly. I'm just going to go dub. Whoops, if dub. And I'm going to go to dub. And I'm going to go dunk. Break that into DHEC and make that into a .com. And now I'm going to press enter. Ooh, right. Right, did we get that? Yep, there we go. So now we can see deceptive website ahead, and you can see that's got my address in there. Don't you think that's a bit weird that I can make a URL warning everybody? And did you know, just in case you're wondering, so now if I sent you this link, you watch this one, I can tell you that Google is a deceptive link, and I can make it look like it's come from MetaMask, but it's not. It's just their standard line. Now, whether this here is in a database when you open and connect your MetaMask wallet to their platform, I don't know. So what I'm getting at is they might have a database that just throws out these domain names that have been flagged, but we've been given no list of domain names that have got a problem. But if you wanted to, if you went to this code that I put in the chat room now, this will tell you that if you're going to Google, it's a deceptive site. And I was talking about this with Rob last night, and you know, when you think about it, I mean, who's to say that Shavis hasn't done the same as what I've just done, set up a 303 redirect and made this come up for everyone that visits the website? Hey, how do we know that? And he's done that so he can take off of your money. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, wake up. I mean, how much information do you need? You know, how many transactions do you need to look at on the blockchain? I mean, we've got, I've been tagging everybody, okay? So let's say I go to Polyscan. What the hell's that? I go to Polyscan, and you can see that 9 hours ago, somebody tried to do an arbitrage trade and it failed. Now, that person, if we look at that person, and this is what we do when you're fast asleep, friends, you can see that it's failed. But now we can go click. Oh, God, I've done this again. You can see that it's failed. I might just change that browser to a different type so I don't have to keep doing stuff. And we're going to do a window, and we're going to do that window there. I think that's the what window I'm looking at. I hope so. Yeah. So you go to this window here, and you come down here, and you can actually go into decode input data. And in here, it tells you that what the person was doing, even though it failed. So I've learned the other day that this is $100 because they selected, I presume, USDT, which has got 8 characters. Somebody taught me that just yesterday. And then you come down here, you can see that the profit margin, the amount they borrowed, $100, and all this sort of stuff. And this failed, but this happened 9 hours ago. So what I've been doing, my friends, is I've decided to tag everybody, because remember, they've claimed that there's 80,000 people that have got these licenses. So when I went through here, and I'm sure Shavis, I'm sure, it doesn't make sense. I sure Shavis did this. So if I go 100 and I bring up this page here, and I just go to 100. So 100, 200, 300, 400 pages, and these are all being tagged. So see the Boomer 1203. So I sat here one day because I should be working and making a living, and I've got up to 1,000 tags. So every time somebody come in here and tried to do a trade, I tag them. And since then, they've taken out the ability for people to do this. Right now, we've got up to 1,100, and you can see there's people here I haven't tagged yet. But are you telling me that 80,000 people haven't tried to do a flash loan in the last 5 days? And if you keep going through, and you'll see that I actually got to 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, and I think I went back. I missed a few days, and now you can see, if you look at these trades here, all these are boomer, and you want to look at the one that got down to 200. So I started from, they're not all in order. I'm not saying there's 2,000 of them because I keep losing my count. But you can see this boomer fish one. He was somebody that knew that when the system was down, he could still try. So we're trying to figure out, how did boomer fish? So boomer fish 7 was actually quite a laugh, because boomer fish 7 actually managed to get my money, which is even funnier. So if you went through here and you went through and you looked at the successful trades that he did 5 days ago, and 5 days ago, they were actually, so I know that boomer fish 7, I don't know who they are, but I know that they're watching our live, which is a bit of a laugh, really. So then we had other really funny things happen. So if you go to my private tags, and we go to hello, Pixel.
We're going for a walk.
Oh, you are with Pixel?
Yeah.
Okay, Pixel's going for a walk, everyone. So what I'm trying to do here is, I really want to go to the last of my tags, and I want to go through and check out some of these guys. Paul. So I mean, yeah, do you believe this is a scam, or are you still thinking that Shavis can pull this off? I've tagged a lot of people's, Pascal's wallet, Transshit's wallet. We just watched him. Why aren't these guys doing these trades? So this is what we call Top Trump. And he discovered how to milk the system. He must have realized that their mathematical equations didn't work. So he worked out that if he put an unusual amount in the trade, oh, that's not working. Why is that not showing everybody? Oh yeah, here it is. Why is that not loading? Interesting. Is that a failed trade? Maybe that's a failed one. Let's not use that one then. Let's use this one. So they put $14 in an arbitrage trade, alleged arbitrage. $14. You can see down here, the trade lost 5 cents. The trade lost 5 cents. You got that, kids? And then down here, they paid him out $1,488. How's that work? But not only that, wait, there's more. He did about 20 transactions like that. Does not load. Did that not load? Ugh. I'm not going to bore you to death on those, but I see. I need to do the flash loans only. Silly me. We'll grab 3. These failed. That's another one. All right, so I'm just going to shut down the ones that. So here you've got a $17 trade that made somebody $1,400. Are you shitting me? Here's another one. We should have some now. There we go. So here's somebody put $1, right? $1 into Shavis's real arbitrage system with post tether. It lost a cent, everybody. It even lost a cent. However, he got paid $1,400. Isn't that crazy? So what's going on here? No one's talking about the fucking elephant in the room. Do you really need me to sit here and tell you that Shavis is a scammer, and then sit here and question me? Are you going to send me messages asking me about other platforms that you can invest in? I mean, this lady here is, as nice as she was, she told me that I was also in Hyperverse and found you on the internet when it went down on May 22. Your work is amazing. I mean, are you shitting me? Really, lady? Come on. You invested in Wee Global after losing money in Hyperverse. Or did you actually make money in Hyperverse and then get involved in another scheme? Come on. When will you guys wake up? This is just relentless for me. I mean, I can't help people. Oh, the defenders. They had somebody had another try at doing hi Rob, just doing a rant here. A bit of a rant, really. But it's just the boomerang defenders. No one is coming on here telling us any other. It's just a waste of time. I'm going to take a week off, Rob. I think I've had enough. I feel like crying. I just paid my GST and I've got no money left on my bank account, and I've got to pay a $32,000 Visa bill. I'm sweating like a rapist. But anyway, maybe I should have started up scamming people instead. Yeah. Just people need to wake up. This might be the last time you actually see me on the internet. Think about that. Danny's last words. What would Danny's last words be? Might be, I need to change the battery in my camera. I need to change the battery in my camera before I go out. If this was my last YouTube video, I would miss my Avengers. I truly would. And I would miss the disruption that we cause with these scammers like Shavis, Sam Lee, Keith Williams. Danny's in the shower. That's a bot. That's a bot. That's a take. Morning, Rob. Don't know. I love the internet. I love technology. You know, I've done some amazing shit in my time. You know, like I sold everything I owned once. Hitchhiked around New Zealand with my laptop I bought. Telling people I was a mobile internet consultant. They go, "What's the internet?" And you go, "Oh, it's a like a brochure, and you can put your advert on the brochure." And I basically put together those adverts. And I used to have a scanner, a mobile scanner. I used to scan the images off their brochures, put it all together as a web page, charge them $300 for doing so, and $30 a month to keep it going. And built up a business in 2004 that turned over $500,000 and took home $275,000 wages from 1 year. Bought an inner city apartment, bought 2 inner city apartments, sold them, bought some land in the country, and built a dream house out in the country. Had a panic room with a big thick door you couldn't kick in, combination entry, and that was our room in the house where we used to work off a satellite dish. It was pretty cool at the time. Then 3 years after I lived there, just finished the garden, said to the wife, finished the garden. She said, I want a divorce and I want the house. The very next day, burst appendix. Didn't know it at the time. Rushed to hospital. Wife didn't even call the ambulance. I was worth $930,000 dead, but worth nothing to her alive. So I grabbed the phone, or she gave me the phone, and I rang an ambulance. We lived about 400 meters from the gate. She went and opened a bottle of bubbles and rang up her mother and said, Danny thinks he's dying. I was dying. And she didn't even go and open the gate for the ambulance people. And ironically, we liked Subway at the time. The Subway girl, the humble Subway girl behind the counter, did something wrong with Rachel's food, and Rachel had gone all classy at this stage, and she thought she was somebody. And we lived in a small town called Rangiora, and she had said something rude to the lady about the way she'd made something not to her liking. And would you believe the Subway girl was actually one of the ambulance staff? And when she turned up, I went, "Oh, hi." And when she turned up, my wife went, "Oh God, that was the lady I was rude to." Coincidences always happen in my life. So that was all right. Got to hospital. My appendix hadn't burst at the time, but in my head, I went to the doctor because it was a day before. My wife said she wanted a divorce, and I was trying to process that. And then the next day, I woke up in a whole lot of pain. So I managed to get myself to the doctor and said, "Look, I'm in a bad way. I've got a lot of pain. Rachel wants a divorce. I think I'm in shock. I don't know, but my body is physically sore." So I thought, I'll just go home and sleep it off. She was out there riding around circles in our $40,000 arena, and I'm laying in bed going, "Oh man, I didn't think my marriage was that bad that it needs a divorce." And she wants to keep the house, and she'd literally. I was in the spare room. She told people that she was in fear, and she's dragging the dress over the door at night time, so I couldn't come into the room. And it's like, what? It was just, I got accused of a whole lot of shit I never done. Anyway, I'm laying in bed in a whole lot of pain, and then eventually said to her, "Can you call me an ambulance? I'm in too much pain." And then she refused to. So anyway, I got my ambulance, knew the ambulance driver. They took me to hospital, and 3 a.m. in the morning, my appendix burst on the operating table. And then the fun began because I got infected, didn't it? And when your appendix bursts, they literally take your intestines out, wash them all out, put them all back, and then hopefully you don't have any infection. But I got the infection about 7 days later, and that nearly killed me. yeah, that was a pretty amazing time. I remember they put me in a CT machine, scanned me, and what they did, they laid me upside down, and they gridded me like noughts and crosses. There's 5 people in the room, and they're all wearing lead outfits, and they stuck this big needle right through me, sucked out about 200 mils of bad stuff, and then that was their way of helping my infection. Then they took me back to the room, and then as I'm going back to the room, I started shaking uncontrollably because I've never been good on anesthetic. So they're literally all holding me down, and for some reason they didn't have a lure in me, so they was trying to put a lure in me, and all my veins, I only had about 80% oxygen and all this sort of carry on. And I remember yelling out in a loud voice, "Don't let me die, because the bitch will get 930,000." All the doctors laughed, but oh my God, it was just a shocker. Those were the times. So I've survived. I've had a thriving business. I've had money. I've owned about 5 houses in my time. I've traveled 35 countries, and I've had a business networking company. I know just about everyone in Christchurch that's got a business. Well, I did at the time. COVID killed my business networking business. I tried to take it onto Zoom. No one wants to be in a Zoom meeting. They want face-to-face meetings. It just so happens I owned a face-to-face meeting, so that killed that. They used to bring in the majority of my income. So then I started doing online workshops, thinking that people want to learn how to survive and thrive in business. And then I stumbled into YouTube, and somebody tried to sell me Hyperverse. They said, "I know you haven't got a house anymore, Danny. If you invest in Hyperverse, you can buy any house you want." And I went, "Shut up. It's this friggin' scam, you idiot. Get off the phone. You've always been involved in multi-level marketing." Kent Berryman. So then I started doing these videos, and the rest is history. I was hoping to be a YouTuber, and I was hoping to make enough money to sustain my lifestyle. And I don't have much of a lifestyle, but I can't. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, crawling out of bed, leaving my partner alone in bed, and then going to bed at 11 o'clock, listening to Rob, waking up in the morning like I did last night, glasses on the side of the bed, earpiece in, listening to Rob talk. Didn't even get to see you live last night. But normally I was absolutely shattered last night. If you're shattered on a Sunday night because you're a YouTuber, I mean, it's just amazing, and I've had enough. I don't think I can do this anymore. So let me have a week to reflect on my life, really, because I'm struggling with the money and I can't do it. I'm a broke caterpillar. And you guys have helped me out heaps financially. I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying that times are hard. It's hard. I watch these scammers take people's money. I watch millions of dollars go in and out of the system. And doesn't matter what government organisation, doesn't matter how high up the ladder I get, who I talk to, the IRA, that'd be quite good. The IRS, Homeland Security, the FBI. I have literally talked to them all. The head people in the governments in America. I've been in contact with the senators in Australia. Rob has written emails and emails and emails to the United UAE. They tell them that they need to lay a complaint with local authorities so that they can take it further. So he does that. Nothing. Newspapers have written articles about what we're doing. It's just it just doesn't work. So it's quite disheartening. And then you get people who write me emails telling me that they love my videos and you do amazing work and you help me with Hyperverse. And then I went and invested in We Global, and I'm going, oh my God, did you know that We Global operate out of the same building as Sam Lee's? What I've heard, well, I can't validate it, sorry. Sam won't tell me, but I've heard that they look after all the websites for We Global and the blockchain era and this new one, Vera, whatever it's called, Vera. And then I've got a lady who's asking me whether she should give her passport, her social security number, her phone number, her home address to a bunch of scammers. And then you've got Sam Lee standing on a stage saying that he's got a database that people can purchase who are the leading crypto people, and he's willing to sell your data. And it just goes on and on and on. So I don't know, guys. What do we do? Always have a good sense of humor, I say. But that is me. And we're just going to leave it there for today, guys. Is this Danny's sales pitch to sell Ponzi Scheme Avenger handkerchiefs? Well, that could work, couldn't it? Thanks, Rob. I like your humor. Don't feel like it today. I don't know. But some really nice comments in there, guys, and thank you very much. So, as I always say, I'm Danny the Heck, aka Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. I'm here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or scam. And that is May the 6th, 2024. See you guys.